Welcome back to Beautiful Dorks. I'm Tammi Fryer, your host, and we're here with Carmen and Pete as our special guest, and we're about to enter a segment called Mistaking Your Way to Success. And we included this in our show because we wanted to basically encourage people to follow their dream and to follow their heart, even if they're afraid to make mistakes. And making mistakes is a part of life. Of course, we don't want to make them, but you were telling me about this salsa dancer. What's her name again? Salsa?
Edie, the salsa freak.
Yes, and she was basically telling you that it's to be expected. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, well, yeah. One of the things she does in her seminars, it's pretty funny, is she always tells everybody it's not, dancers, it's not, if you're going to end up on the floor, it's when you're going to end up on the floor.
So you mean when you're salsa dancing, sometimes you fall?
Sometimes you fall, you get dipped, and the leader loses control, or, we lose control, and both people, I know I've done that. I've ended up on the floor a couple times. It's a little bit embarrassing. Your ego's a little bit bruised, but it's a good lesson. It's a good lesson. It's
well, at your very own studio, yes, Tammi was dropped. But you know what the funny thing about it is I was proud. I mean, and didn't you say she said to dance?
That's right. You
have graceful about it and
yes.
pretend you meant to do it.
You pretend, yes, you pose and you get up, you offer your hand, and make it into the drama,
Exactly. And what's really interesting about it is I was kind of proud of myself because I thought, maybe I have embraced some of these beliefs because it's so ingrained in us when we're little and we're going through the school system, which, it's necessary to understand, that you don't really want to make the mistake and you want to achieve, perfection, or you want to be skilled, but at the same time, when you are making those mistakes, you want to be able to feel safe to be able to do so. And what I realized is that I was proud that I was dropped, and the reason why is because I took risks. I trusted the guy to dip me, and I got so into it, it was embarrassing to admit, that I went way low and there I was dropped. So, and they tried to blame the guy, but it was a joint effort. And I am willing to be dropped in order to have that exhilaration of learning how to dance and to do it properly.
Yeah, you have to try things. You have to try things. It's the only way to really grow. I mean, people don't want to roll their shoulders, don't want to try hand styling or whatever. And I tell them, you have to. You have to be willing to look a little dorky, like a beautiful dork.
A beautiful dork, as a matter of fact.
You have to be able to do that in order to really find what works for you.
I was dancing with one of the dancers, and he used to do this shimmy, this internal shimmy. And every time he would do it, I would laugh because I was embarrassed, because I wasn't used to it. And I was thinking, oh my gosh. And then the other day I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and be dorky and try it myself. And I did it, and it didn't look very good. But you know what? I went out there and I said, I'm going to learn this thing. It's fun. And if you could just take a lighter approach to life and be okay with making mistakes and not worrying about it, you have more fun. And also you grow from it, like you said.
Well, yeah, I get, people give us compliments on style. Oh, your style's so great. Well, but, that came out of, trying dorkiness, trying really trying things, and and just working on things, and and just playing, basically having that attitude of playing, and whatever's going to come out is going to come out.
And you're in the moment, right?
Yeah.
Are you thinking about what people are thinking at that moment when the spontaneity comes, or are you just in the moment having a good time?
In the moment, letting it flow.
Yes, and I think that's what the dances are about for me. That's what I love. At your studio, I feel the most comfortable because I know that anything goes and it's okay to make mistakes. And you really, really bring that home, both of you, because every time I felt a little self-conscious, you would say, hey, we're having fun, enjoy yourself,
That's the important thing.
And through time, you do get the skills and the lessons.
Absolutely.
And I really like
it becomes very personal. It becomes a person. Your style is, it becomes, you become more of who you are.
And you're not being told what to do all the time and how to do it. Instead, you've got your own style and you're exploring, just like children do. But I love your video because you have the video where you are actually celebrating mistakes by putting the bloopers on there. And it gives people permission to make those, to make mistakes as they're learning. And when they see a great salsa dancer couple and they see their mistakes, it frees them up to do the same. So we're going to go in and take a little break here to take a look at that for 30 seconds, and then we'll be right back.
We've been teaching salsa classes here for about the last 3 years. In my background, I have about 17 years of, why am I saying this?
I don't know. Several times.
Oh. Look at the camera.
Should I say it all over again?
Yeah, say it all over again. Start from
Get that down, blah, 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 blah.
He only has one battery.
Now that was fun to watch, especially the colorful language you use, Pete.
Yes, I was in the moment and venting my frustrations out a little bit.
But you know, and that's okay.
Yeah,
and
of
that's
course.
all good.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that you're so real that you make it okay for people to make mistakes.
Yeah,
and I love that.
What do they say? What is it? That really the only difference between a beginning dancer and a more advanced dancer is we're just better at hiding mistakes.
Yeah.
You get better at hiding them. That's
So
all.
next time I'm dropped, I need to do this.
Yeah.
That's there you go. Yeah, work it out.
You get off beat, shimmy and shake it and get back on it.
Shake it. That's all right.
I guess, and that's the truth. The mistakes is when you get more advanced, the mistakes just don't throw you. You get right back into the dance.
And I hear that judges actually have more respect when you make a mistake and you recover from it, you know? Because that really takes a lot of skill.
That's a skill,
Right, it's a
yeah.
skill.
That's a skill.
Awareness and skill. So
Definitely is.
And
yeah.
my philosophy is that if you're not making mistakes, you're not learning.
it's
You
a part
learn
of,
by your
of life,
mistakes.
isn't it? It's
Yes,
part of learning.
exactly.
And I tell my kids that too. So I think that's a really good important point for us all to embrace.
It is.